So my topic is transcription and reverse transcription. Transcription is the process by which DNA information is transferred to RNA facilitated by the enzyme RNA polymerase. This enzyme binds to a specific site on one strand of the DNA double helix, initiating RNA synthesis. RNA polymerase exists at dimer at low ionic strengths but breaks down into two monomers at high ionic strengths, each consisting of multiple subunits with distinct molecular weights. The enzyme is more effective with double-stranded DNA, leading to local unwinding of the helix where RNA synthesis occurs. Techniques like formaldehyde method have helped demonstrate this unwinding. RNA synthesis in vivo and optimal in vitro conditions ranges from 20 to 30 nucleotides per second. Transcription involves the unwinding of DNA and the action of RNA polymerase, which binds sparsely to the DNA. This process allows for the formation of hybrid DNA-RNA double helix, where the DNA template adopts a A-form structure during synthesis. As RNA is synthesized, it extracts bases from the DNA template, leading to a spiral movement of both the RNA and the enzyme. The energetics of transcription involve coupling exogonic and endogonic steps, reflecting complex electronic and conformational interaction. Additionally, reverse transcription, significant in the multiplication of RNA synthesis, utilizes the enzyme reverse transcriptase. This enzyme has three main functions: synthesizing complementary DNA, that is cDNA, from an RNA template. Second, creating a second strand of DNA, that is anti-DNA, and processing the RNA in the RNA-DNA hybrid. Reverse transcriptase can act on any RNA, highlighting its importance in molecular biology. And our reverse transcription allows for rapid determination of DNA's primary structure by converting RNA sequences to DNA. The method, developed from Sanger in 1975, follows these steps. RNA is transformed into complementary DNA, that is cDNA, which forms double-stranded DNA that can be analyzed through restriction enzyme cleavage and subsequent electrophoresis. This process has enabled the sequencing of thousands of nucleotides and the understanding of gene structures. The method of genetic engineering originated from reverse transcription, facilitating the synthesis of complete structured genes that can be inserted into plasmids and phages for DNA multiplication. This technique is instrumental in studying viral genomes, identifying molecular defects in hereditary diseases, and investigation of the mechanisms behind cancerous transformation. Despite their significance, the structures of reverse transcriptase, which are large proteins with a quaternary structure, remains largely unexplored. These enzymes, along with DNA and RNA polymerase, requires Zn2+, that is zinc ions, as cofactors, highlighting the role of bioinorganic chemistry in biological processes. Now my another topic is transfer RNAs, that is tRNAs, that comprises about 10% of total RNA in cells and were key to early studies on nucleic acid structure. Currently, around 100 tRNAs primary structures are known, where 20 families corresponding to the 20 amino acids. Their secondary structure typically follows a clove leaf model, allowing for effective mRNA codon recognition and amino acid incorporation. The secondary structure is determined through algorithms that analyze base pairing energies and identify the stable configurations. Align game model stimulates the formation of tRNA structures, allowing players to maximize base pairing. Another one is rich X-ray analysis that happened in 1972 revealed that phenylalanine tRNA has a compact structure with two helical structures aligned at right angles. This compactness is stabilized by hydrophobic and electrostatic interactions and requires magnesium ions. The circular dichroism spectrum of tRNA, that is cD-tRNA, provides insight into its conformational properties. Understanding tRNA's structures is essential for the role in protein synthesis. Thank you.